sync here. YouTube, what's going on? So I've got a cool little setup today. So I'm live on Facebook, on the computer, live on YouTube, on the phone. So wherever you're tuning in from, welcome. This is actually pretty trippy because I'm seeing myself in 2 locations at once. Do I have my good side over here? Anyways, so so today it's another daily Ask Yuri Live. Just so you guys know, on YouTube, I'm doing these daily Ask Yuri Live sessions, 2 o'clock Eastern time. I'm a little bit behind schedule today because I just wrapped up a podcast interview, but I'm here with you guys, and we'll go for the next 15 minutes. If you have a health, fitness, or nutrition question, what is up? Now's your time to ask. So you can type into the comments. Let me know if you got a question. I will answer you live on the show right here. And if you have anyone else who needs to know this stuff, let them know. Just share this video with them. Just say, hey, this cool looking guy who helps me with my health and fitness, Yuri, is live on the tube or the Facebooks. All right, we got Fighting Fear. That's a cool name. Joining in from Britain. What's up? Yeah, guys, let me know where you're joining in from. I'm in Toronto right now. I'm in my home studio where I do a lot of my recording / podcasting, hence this weird apparatus setup. We got, who else? Carlos from San Antonio. And we got a question from Pranay. Is ketogenic diet the best way to lose fat? This is a good question. I actually shot a video that's going to be going up on the YouTube channel, I think in the coming days or maybe next week, about the reality of the ketogenic diet. Now, okay, guys, here's the thing. The ketogenic diet, in case you don't know, is essentially a diet where you don't consume any carbohydrates. Well, that's not quite true. It's consuming less or fewer than 20 grams net carbs per day. So a net carb is total carbs minus the fiber. Omar from Spain, what's up? So the whole ketogenic principle is that in order to lose weight, you have to get into a state called ketosis, which is where your body doesn't have any carbohydrates, so it taps into breaking down fat, and that fat's converted into what are called ketone bodies in the liver. And that is actually a really good fuel source for the brain, and because you're not using carbohydrates, your body is just like, evaporating all that stuff as, in fat loss. So yes, it can help you burn fat, but here's the thing to remember, guys, is that carbohydrates, especially for women, are really, really important, okay? If you're a woman, if you're a man even, this thing right here is called the thyroid. Your thyroid requires carbohydrate consumption to function properly. And studies have shown that carbohydrate depletion for more than even 2 days can depress thyroid function, or T3, which is the active thyroid hormone. And the problem with that is that your thyroid controls your metabolism. So if you don't have a metabolism that is, churning through calories, you're not going to be burning fat very effectively. So yes, ketogenic can help you lose weight in spite of that, because you're not consuming any carbohydrates, or very few. And when you're not consuming carbohydrates, you're not retaining water. Every gram of carbohydrates is going to attract to it about 4 molecules of water. So when you don't have carbohydrates coming in, you have this kind of saran wrap, kind of chiseled, not chiseled, but, less bloaty type of appearance. And it's not true weight loss all the time, because as soon as you introduce carbohydrates back into the diet, now we just plump up again, because now your carbohydrates are retaining water. So I'm not a huge fan of the ketogenic diet because I don't really think it solves the issue at hand. I'm a fan of the fact that yes, it incorporates eating more vegetables, eating more quality meats, animal products in small amounts. I would rather you have instead of copious amounts. But I'm not a huge fan of saying you can never have carbohydrates, or 1 banana is too much. So yeah, so anyways, stay tuned. I've got a really more in-depth video coming on that for the YouTube channel, probably in the next week or so. And yeah, so great question though. Oh my goodness, these comments are just disappearing on the channel. So I think it was, how many calories do you recommend on a daily basis for just general health? Well, it really depends. I mean, what they say you go to McDonald's and they even have on the screens 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day is what men and women require to function. So that's the answer. 2,000 to 2,500. But everyone's different, right? Your body's different. Your body's different. My body's different. Your activity level is different. The amount of lean muscle you have is different. So it really depends. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of counting calories anyways. I like to simply listen to the body. So when you're hungry, you eat. When you're when you're not hungry, when you're less hungry, you stop eating. And so you want to get to a point where you're about 80% full. And I'm just going to fix this camera here. You want to get to a point where you're about 80% full, and then just be like, you know what, I'm good. I don't need to stuff my face, and that's it. Now, the other thing too is in terms of frequency of eating, you don't have to be eating 5 or 6 meals a day. You can be eating 2 meals a day, same number of calories, and there's no difference in terms of what it does from a weight loss perspective. So you have to figure this out. There's no one answer for you. You need to figure this out for yourself and be like, you know what is gonna work for me, right? Like, what does my body resonate with? And that's what you need to do, okay? Now, before we go any further, guys, I wanna let you know about something cool that I forgot to tell you about yesterday. We have, I'm gonna give you guys a special link to join me for a free 14-day challenge, which begins next week, September 14th. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna type it right into the screen, at least on Facebook here. And just give me 2 seconds as I get this up. That's pretty small. Wow. Okay, let's let's correct that. Let's try this. Okay, so there it is. So right there. So if you're watching on Facebook, yurilkame.com/green14 is the link. And on YouTube, again, same link, yurilkame.com/green14. We are running a free, completely free 14-day juice and smoothie challenge. Again, that starts next Monday, September 11th. Why are we doing this? Well, September for me has always been a second January. It's kind of like a reboot. And we're giving you all the recipes. We're giving you exactly what to have in the morning, what to have in the afternoon. And it's not to say that you can't have any food outside of these, which you can totally do. But we're saying if you just have one juice or a smoothie, ideally 2 a day, you're gonna feel amazing. And we wanna support you through that process. So it's a completely free challenge. If you wanna sign up, you can do so at the link. And what I'll do is I'm just gonna pop into my Facebook page, which I should probably already have open in the first place. And let me just open up YouTube as well to see how this even looks. I don't even know what this looks like on my YouTube page. So let me pull this up and see what this looks like. Dun, dun, dun. Do you guys like these live videos? Do you enjoy this stuff? Because I find them pretty fun. It's just a fun way for me to help you guys out and answer your questions. Let me know if you enjoy them, because if you don't, then I won't do them. All right, let me see. Can I put a comment in? There we go. All right, so I'm just gonna, for all of you guys on YouTube, I'm gonna just post into the chat box here. So we're gonna yurilkame.com/green14, and that is where you can sign up. Patrick, thank you. Yes, live vids are better. All right, so let us see. Okay, so Stefan on Facebook is asking if you want to stay 100% dairy free. I'm assuming you're saying dairy. You don't have to use diaries if you don't want to, but you want to stay 100% dairy free. You should try to avoid whey. That's a question. I'm not a huge fan of whey at all in general. Personally, for me, I get really bloated if I use it, and that's just because I don't really respond well to dairy. So there are much better alternatives. If you're using a protein powder, even if you're not intolerant to whey or dairy in the first place, I would strongly recommend a pea protein. So pea protein, and unfortunately our pure plant protein, which is a chocolate-based pea protein, it tastes like a chocolate milkshake. It's amazing. It's currently out of stock, so I can't recommend that currently. But pea protein itself has almost the exact same amino acid breakdown as whey, has very, very high bioavailability, so it's absorbed very readily by the body, and it's a very high source of complete protein, which you don't often get in a lot of plant-based protein. So pea protein is tremendous. Can I recommend a green juice recipe? Yeah, just sign up for the challenge. You'll get 31 different recipes, and you'll have all that stuff in there. Thank you, Stefan. I appreciate the kind words. I try to give my best every single time. Have I seen What the Health? If so, what are your thoughts? Excuse me. I haven't seen What the Health, but from what I've heard, it's a very vegan-oriented approach. I don't know. That's pretty much, I think, all I know about it. So I can't really comment intelligently on that. Justine, it tastes like peas. Well, it does taste like peas if you're using the wrong ones. So again, no shameless plug here because we don't actually have it in stock, but our Pure Plant protein tastes like a chocolate milkshake. And we made sure that it does because I understand that pea protein, not the best tasting protein. And the cool thing is we don't use any junk. It's all just natural, whole food, organic ingredients. So hopefully we're looking to have it back in stock, I'd say within the next probably 6 to 8 weeks, crossing my fingers. So in the meantime, yeah, that's kind of the situation. All right, so let me just go back to YouTube here because I know that you guys had a lot of questions coming in. All right. Is Dr. Eric Berg my friend? I actually don't know Dr. Eric Berg. I know a lot of people in our space, but I actually don't know him, so that's interesting. Do you think going vegan is the healthiest diet? I think the healthiest diet is the one you don't even know that you're on, is the one that incorporates more plant foods, because we know that eating more vegetables and fruit is the holy grail of health. If you want the magic pill, that's it. But it doesn't mean you have to be vegan, because not every constitution is the same. Some people need red meat, some people want fish. You have to figure out what's gonna work best for you and just do that. So I would say if you can make 80% of your diet vegan, that's great. But again, vegan also means breads, pastas, cereals. I'm not saying that. I'm saying 80% should be quality whole foods, vegetables, fruits, starchy carbs, in limited amounts. That's the way to do it, and then add in some animal products if you want to. Frequent urination. It depends. There could be a couple things going on here. Maybe you just drink a lot of water. And if that's not the issue, there could be some adrenal stuff going on. So if your adrenals are taxed, you might be releasing a lot of water because your body is not retaining enough sodium and thus not retaining enough water. So that can be going on. There could be some, urinary tract stuff, prostate stuff happening. I'm not too sure. So it's tough to really give you a clear answer on that. 00 Windex 00. Okay, that's actually the username that I'm referring to here. I'm not just, I don't have Tourette's and just shouting stuff out. Okay, Mushi, best supplements or food during mid-workouts to continue during long cardio sessions. I don't really think you need anything during a workout. Like, you don't, again, if you're working out for an hour or less, you don't need anything. If you're working out if you're running an ultra marathon race and you're exercising for 8 hours, okay, cool. Let's look at some gels. Let's look at some really easy to digest sugars like dates, grapes, watermelon. But otherwise, you don't really need anything during those types of sessions. All right, let me see where we're at on the good old Facebook. Do we ship to New Zealand? Yeah, we do. We ship our greens. Well, we ship all of our stuff to everywhere. Unfortunately, the cost of shipping is somewhat high to New Zealand, Australia, UK, but we have a lot of customers down under who buy our greens, who purchase our protein powder. So yes, we do. All right, so I'm gonna just give you guys something to think about. So YouTube, you guys are crushing it with the questions coming in. It's like I can't even keep up here. Facebook, you guys are a little you're slacking today. You're slacking, so we got to pick up the pace here, guys. It's just interesting to know, like YouTube is like coming in like nonstop. Facebook, it's like, once in a while we'll get a question, and we've got about 27 people watching on Facebook, 35 people on YouTube. So interesting. Okay, Valentine saying I lost 15 pounds intermittent fasting. That's great. That's awesome. I'm a huge fan of intermittent fasting. We're not omnivores. We are herbivores. Bad advice on the animal products. That's great for you. I'm happy. whatever works for you. I'm not here to debate anything. I don't debate with anyone. So if you want to do the herbivore thing, that's all good. Okay, recommended calories for sedentary lifestyle. I'm a truck driver, also doing intermittent fasting. So as I mentioned before, it depends on how much weight you're carrying, how much of that is percent body fat versus lean muscle. There's a lot of different factors. So it's tough to really say, 2,000 calories. But even if I told you a number, I don't even want to do that because I don't want you counting calories. That's the problem in the first place. So here's the thing is you eat a meal until you're full, and then you don't eat anything until you're hungry again. And hopefully your body is in tune with itself so that you eat only good stuff, or ideally mostly good stuff, and you're not binging and going through all that kind of stuff. I know that's a very simplistic answer, but that's kind of what we want to get to. Anton, I'm on a day 4 of a water fast and struggling. Do you have any advice? I have a question. Why are you doing a 4-day water fast? My wife, 11 years ago, I think, did a 30-day water fast in Panama. Great experience for her, but I'm like, she totally messed up her body. Like, it just, her digestive system shut down because it wasn't absorbing nutrients anymore, so they don't need to, those cells don't need to be around because if you don't use it, you lose it. So she felt great initially, and then she started eating food again, and she felt like shit afterwards. So I would question why you're doing a 4-day water fast. I think 1 day is plenty. Skinny fat solution. What are you doing for workouts? So in order to get, skinny fat is when you're just, skinny fat. So what you want to do is you got to be lifting heavy weights. I'm not talking about like 5-pound dumbbells. I'm talking about like pick up a dumbbell. Let's say you're doing a bicep curl, okay? Okay, you want to see this. If you're skinny, you should be seeing definition, lean muscle. You want to pick up a dumbbell and lift it 6 or 8 times at the most. So let's say you're doing a bicep curl, okay? You can't do more than 6 or 8. That's the peak. So you need to choose a weight that's going to challenge you for that. And if it's any less, you're wasting your time. Or do body weight training, right? Push-ups, lunges, step-ups, body weight squats. Those are all great exercises. But I think for a lot of women, especially who are doing a lot of cardio, dieting, losing fat, then they have the jiggle, you have to be building muscle. You have to use the strength. You have to use those heavier weights. All right, so everyone, I got to run. I've got another call to be on, but this has been a lot of fun. And again, as I said before, every day, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube as well as on Facebook. I'm doing these live hangouts. Ask Yuri live, your questions answered in vivo, unless I'm traveling. So next week, I'm doing a big event in Scottsdale. So I will be out of commission from Wednesday until the following week. But every other day, Monday through Friday, other than that, unless I'm on vacation as well, I'll be doing these live hangouts. So if you've enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. I will see you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific. And remember if you want to join us for the Green 14 Challenge, to join us to energize your body, have an easier time losing weight, really nourish and revitalize your body with some amazing juices and smoothies on a daily basis. We're giving you all the recipes, everything you need to succeed with us. It all starts on September 11th, and you can register for free over at urielkame.com/green14. So hope to see you there. Hope you have enjoyed this hangout. And I apologize if I haven't gotten into all your questions. We've had a bunch of them coming through both on Facebook and YouTube, but I promise if you're back in tomorrow or someday, just leave work. Don't even show up at work. Just hang out with me for half an hour from 2 to 2:30. Just tell your boss, listen, blame it on Yuri. He's making me do this. So that's the deal. All right, guys, thanks so much for taking the time. You rock. You rock. I'll speak with you guys later.